accept everything just the way it is. Miyamoto's life was filled with battles that tested his skills and resilience. One clear example of such a battle was his famous duel with Sasaki Kojiro in 1612. Kojiro was a highly skilled swordsman with a powerful technique and a fearsome reputation. The duel was set on a remote island, and Kojiro was well prepared with his signature weapon, making the situation daunting for Musashi. Instead of complaining about tough conditions or the strong opponent, Musashi accepted the reality of the situation. He arrived late to the duel, creating a psychological edge and allowing him to observe his opponent. He also used a wooden sword, which was both a practical choice and a tactic to unsettle Kojiro. Musashi's ability to stay calm and strategically adapt to the situation showed his commitment to facing challenges directly without letting them get to him. When Musashi talks about embracing reality, he means fully accepting and dealing with your current situation, facing things as they are, whether they're good, bad, or somewhere in between, without wishing they were different. Whether it's a personal struggle, a setback, or a new chance, it's all about acceptance. This approach helps you stay practical and proactive as you focus on what you can do with the situation rather than being stuck wishing things were different. You face facts honestly and squarely without letting emotions like frustration, regret, or anger cloud your judgment. On the other hand, when you only focus on what's wrong instead of the solution, you start to feel powerless and stuck. You're at the mercy of external circumstances. So instead of taking steps to solve problems, you end up blaming others or the situation, which keeps you feeling helpless and like a victim. Now, many of us might enjoy seeing ourselves as victims because it lets us avoid taking responsibility and helps shift the blame away from our own actions. But feeling like a victim can be addictive as it gives us sympathy from others. It's easy to stay in this mindset because it avoids the hard work of changing our situation or how we deal with it. This way, we can protect ourselves from facing failure or extra stress by blaming external factors. To escape from this victimhood, we should confront reality as it is, accept it without attaching labels or judgments. When we label situations, whether as unfair, disastrous, or impossible, we create emotional responses that can reinforce a victim mindset. These labels often trigger automatic reactions, making us feel helpless or justified in our frustrations. By avoiding labels, we observe the facts without being swayed by personal biases or emotional reactions. For example, instead of seeing a setback as a failure, we can view it as a challenge to address. This shift in perspective helps us to respond more thoughtfully and constructively, rather than reacting out of frustration or helplessness. When we accept reality, we confront our current circumstances and limitations honestly, rather than denying or sugarcoating them. This honest assessment allows us to identify areas where we might be falling short or improvements can be made, which helps us to beat mediocrity.